Hello students. In previous session, you had learned that human beings have holozoic nutrition, which involves mainly 5 steps: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and digestion. These 5 steps are related to respective organs like mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. These all organs together form human digestive system. Here you can see the detailed structure of the human digestive system. Human digestive system mainly comprises alimentary canal or digestive tract and digestive glands. In the diagram you can see alimentary canal mainly consists of mouth, esophagus, then stomach, then small intestine, this part, large intestine, this part, and lastly anus. And digestive glands are salivary glands, which are located in the mouth, then liver, this one, then stomach contains gastric glands, then pancreas, this one, yellow colored leaf like structure, pancreas, and lastly the small intestine contains intestinal glands. First we will discuss digestive tract. In that, first organ is mouth. Food is first taken into the mouth cavity where it is masticated or mechanically digested. So what is the meaning of mechanical digestion or mastication? So here is the definition of mastication. It is the process in which food is broken down into smaller pieces by the action of teeth, jawbone, and muscles. Actually, by that, food is prepared for the action of enzymes, which is known as chemical digestion. So what is chemical digestion? It is the process in which food is converted from complex to simple form by the action of enzymes. Three pairs of salivary glands are there in mouth. So in the diagram you can see these are three pairs of salivary glands. First is parotid gland. It is located just in front of ears. You can see here just in front of ears parotid glands are located. Next is submandibular gland, this one. Where it is located? Submandibular glands are located below the jaw, here. And lastly sublingual gland, this one. These are located below the tongue. So this is parotid gland, this is submandibular gland, and this is sublingual gland. These salivary glands secrete saliva. Now what are the functions of saliva? Main function of the saliva is that it contains enzyme salivary amylase. It is also known as ptyalin, which acts on starch that is complex carbohydrate, and it converts starch into maltose, which is a disaccharide. So this is the reaction of the salivary amylase or ptyalin, which converts starch into maltose. What are the other functions of the saliva? It helps in swallowing and also lubricates and softens the food. Next, it also contains antibacterial substance. After chewing, tongue forms a ball from the food by mixing with the saliva, which is known as bolus. And this bolus only we are swallowing. After mouth, next part of the digestive tract is esophagus. From the mouth, food is passed into the stomach through that esophagus. It is 25 centimeter long tube. It doesn't contain any enzyme, that's why no digestion takes place here. By the peristaltic movement, esophagus passes the food from mouth to the stomach. Now, what is that peristalsis? In that diagram, you can see the peristalsis process. The muscles of the esophagus contract one after another in a wave-like motion. You can see here wave-like motion of the muscles of the esophagus wall. By that, it pushes the food down. This wave-like motion is known as peristalsis. So the main function of the esophagus is to pass the food from mouth to the stomach by the peristaltic movement. That is the wave-like motion by which food is pushed downward. Next is stomach. Stomach is located in our abdomen. It is like a large sac and its shape is like English letter J. You can see here J shaped. Stomach has muscular wall and by contracting periodically it helps in digestion. Stomach contains gastric glands in its wall which secrete gastric juice. Now, what are the components of the gastric juice? First is mucus, then HCl, and lastly enzymes. Mucus mainly protects the inner lining of stomach from the action of pepsin and HCl. Next is HCl or hydrochloric acid, which activates inactive pepsinogen enzyme to active pepsin enzyme and also kills the germs present in the food. The enzymes, mainly three types of enzymes are present in gastric juice: pepsinogen, gastric lipase, and renin. Renin mainly absent in adult human beings and present in infants. Pepsinogen mainly is converted to active pepsin by the hydrochloric acid, and it helps in the digestion of protein. Gastric lipase helps in the digestion of fat, and renin helps in the digestion of milk protein in infants. So these are the reactions occurring in the stomach. First, pepsinogen, that is inactive form, which is converted to the active pepsin by the action of HCl or hydrochloric acid. Now this pepsin acts on protein molecules and it converts the protein molecules into peptones, which is the smaller proteins. Now the function of renin enzyme, that is present in infants only. Renin change mainly convert casein or milk protein to card. The semi-fluid mass of partly digested food coming out from the stomach is known as chyme, which is passed to the small intestine because after the stomach, small intestine begins. So, from the stomach, partly digested semi-liquid mixture is coming to the small intestine for further digestion. It takes 2 hours for all the food to move out the stomach into the small intestine. So by that, today we are ending our session. In our next session, we will discuss the other parts of human digestive system. Till then, bye and have a good day.